Well, there we are. Look at that.
Well,
Done it
hello
again.
there.
Oh my god.
Welcome, everybody. We're the casual ones. And this is Snowcatch Valley, the fall of 99. I guess we should do a recap, unless Jardine's gone. Have we lost him entirely?
I think I know
read
why.
the thing Ray posted.
Oh, was there something in the chat? I didn't notice.
God,
Oh my
fucking
God.
Uh-oh.
I hate
Do I
this
fade us out? But yeah, okay. I'll do the recap anyway. So last time, the fellas ran into a crazed man who said he saw somebody walk straight into the lake, and this had happened once before, and that nobody believed him. Coincidentally, he also left off a tape at the radio station, which Jimmy found it didn't work originally. When he brought it back to Angel's place, slapped it into the voicemail machine. It played back a message warning the town of Snowcatch Valley to get out. It's not safe here, and specifically for the folks at the club to heed his message and believe his words, because he's getting the hell out of here, and they should think about doing the same. Brody specifically found a bunch of weird stuff, found himself wondering if he maybe slipped through time or saw himself in a parallel dimension, dreaming of floating in the lake, being awoken by someone throwing a rock at him, and then later that night, searching for the man who reportedly walked into the lake. He threw a rock, which hit something, and then splashed into the water.
I don't like that you laughed. Now you're just making me think, overthink myself. But we all know it happened. Okay, we all know.
No, it didn't.
You know what
Yeah,
you
Once
know?
one of us knows.
Yeah, one of us knows, and that's me.
That's
We
Aaron.
all know what
I have
happened in this
connected
time.
the dots.
Yeah, and Ransom, you've begun doing deliveries for your father. He's asked you to do some simple things, merely just mail delivery for the most part, it seems. And
Hey, art imitates life. Yeah.
yeah, a little bit, which is kind of funny. And between each of you, you remember hearing many reports. One from Edgar, who had bumped into, about the person who walked in the lake had strange eyes as if they were shining. Something was looking at him, and he was looking at it in the sky, is what he says. And you guys vaguely think he's thinking aliens from the Y2K conspiracy stickers that was on the lapel of his shirt, and from the little fringe groups around town that have been saying things about the end of the world and computers, blah, blah, blah. Computers are gifts from aliens is some of the signs you've seen, and strange things. And now you are in Angel's apartment. It is the sun setting-ish at this late time in the year. Jimmy and Angel, you are getting your things together and heading out the door because you've got some things to do as Ransom and Brody stand before a mad sprawl of old weathered photographs and yarn pulled from a bag found in an old tunnel within town hall. What'd you guys like to do?
Well, I'm gonna go to work.
Nobody wants to be the first to speak.
Yeah, I was sure everyone's waiting for Brody to lose it or something.
Angel, you need a ride, man?
Yeah, no, that's great.
All right, yeah.
Can I leave you guys here?
I mean, I'm all right.
Like, if
Yeah,
you need
yeah.
to leave, you'll like lock up and use the spare key and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's almost like I've never locked a place up before.
Yeah, so you're gonna do that though?
Of course, man.
Yeah,
And,
can
Just
you do me a
clean
favor?
up whatever mess you make.
Okay, yeah,
All right.
yeah.
that's
We can
fair.
do that, right, Ransom? Yeah, I think we can do that. Can you just buy more tape and string when you get back?
No.
But how are we supposed to connect everything together? We
I'm
need
working an overnight shift. What do you mean when I get back? You guys can go out and buy it yourself.
No,
Well,
no.
now we got
I'm
something
just
to do.
gonna
You
keep my
got the
head down.
Mafia Don and his bodyguard here. You guys can go and do it.
Oh, Wait, is that,
Finally getting some respect.
so do we know for sure, man? Like that's what your dad does?
I don't know. I delivered like a pretty suspicious letter today, for the family business, and the guy was like, "I told him I was out." It's feeling a little waste management, you know.
Like the waste is people?
I am afraid that if I say any more, I might incriminate myself or my father, and I genuinely don't know.
All right, man. Well,
Good luck
That's
with the
cool.
family business.
yeah.
Yeah. Hey, are any of your parents looking to take on like another kid,
Nah, man.
like a foster care kind of?
Nah.
Especially not you.
Wow.
You can walk to go get the tape.
I just meant as like they already have somebody that my age already at the house. I didn't think they would want
Oh, they
somebody
want a
like-
younger, cuter model, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
exactly.
All right,
Yeah.
we're gonna be late, man. We gotta go.
Southburn, those are rare. All right.
See ya.
All
Thank
right, see you
God.
guys.
See you
Just
guys.
Remember, lock up when you leave.
As,
Yeah,
If you need
as
to
they're
crash here,
leaving,
that's fine.
Cool.
as they're leaving, like I don't even say bye. I'm just gonna grab the photos that are in my bag, and I'm gonna like spread them out. And can I now tell with more light what's on these photos?
Yeah, okay. I would say maybe make an investigation roll for me as you're starting to spread them out. I would say probably you guys have transformed the Kenny Rogers Roasters seating situation into not a bed anymore, probably sitting at it, and you've got them all sprawled out here on the table. And yeah, what would you get with the investigation there?
9 total.
Okay. Yeah, as you're starting to look over the pictures, and Ransom, you as well, sitting nearby, you're kind of like looking over them. You can see that they definitely kind of sprawl over a long time. Some of these photographs look to be very old. You're not sure if this would be pre-Polaroid. And then some of the others are clearly Polaroids, but the quality of them is very poor. Lots of like sunspots and thumbs covering lenses, very obscured photographs where the subject doesn't seem entirely aware that their picture would be being taken. And at a glance, they just, again, like give you that unsettling feeling.
Is there like an overarching theme or connection? Like, is there anything that seems to be connecting the old pictures with the old pictures with the less old with this current situation of these disappearances?
I would say maybe make an investigation check of your own, or if you have something else.
I do have connect the dots.
Okay. Yeah, roll that for me.
Okay, so that'd be, I'm gonna roll plus investigation. That would be an 8.
Okay. So you feel as you're kind of looking over this again, you and Brody both kind of rearranging the photographs a little bit to almost a chronological order, as you're kind of like noticing that some of these are very weathered and old, and some of them move on to more modern Polaroids. And as you're looking over them, you do see that there's charcoal markings on a lot of these that is very smudged, what you'd seen with time. And as you're kind of looking over it, you do see that a lot of the people in the pictures, it seems that maybe there's just something similar about them. They all have a very similar looking vibe. They don't look identical by any means. But
Would you say it's a familial resemblance at all?
potentially, not for certain, just that they have very similar traits. Like there's a lot of them feature women with kind of similar facial structures, but not by any means like identical, but of the same kind of dark hair. But again, most of them are so obscured that like saying that they even look alike would be a lie. Yeah, there's just this generic feeling of similarity, between them.
Do I notice if any, especially one of the newer photos, do they resemble somebody that I know or knew or potentially could know from town?
With your role, I would say that probably off the top of your head, you do have a nagging feeling of familiarity, but at the moment you can't place it.
To one photo or just some photos?
Even just glancing across them, because the older they get, the less clear the features are. It would be really hard to like recognize some of the older ones. But looking at the newer Polaroids, there is just strange familiarity about them, but it doesn't point to anyone in specific.
Okay. And the background past the subject, do they have a similar type of background? Like, is it in a forest, or do they just kind of vary? The forest is just an example.
As you're like kind of looking over some of these pictures, you'll notice some are so washed out you can't really tell what the background is. It's just a lot of white with some shadows. And then some of them, it's just someone posing for a photograph. Another is someone just walking down the street towards whoever the photographer would be. Some of the more strangely blurred out Polaroids are like definitely taken from a street side, maybe as someone's like, one of them, it very much looks like they're walking up the steps of their home, and these would be taken from somewhere within the yard. And like they do all kind of just have a kind of a candid look, except for the few older ones that are very clearly just photographs of people.
Now, they don't seem to contain anybody that we'd recognize from the history of the town, like any identifiable like town members, like say old town council members or like notable figures or anything like that.
Yeah, I would say if they do, it would be something that you would probably have to brush up on and double check. Nobody that's like, it's not like one of the mayors or something, nothing like a huge prominent figure.
Yeah.
But if there would be any historical significance, that'd be something you specifically find out about. But off the top of your head, hard to say.
I don't know, Brody. It seems like this guy just was a bit of a creeper, kept it up for a pretty long time.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping there'd be something. As me and Ransom were talking, I just want to flip the pictures around just to see if any of them have any writing on them, like maybe a person's name or a year when the picture was taken or anything like that.
You do see that there is some again very rough charcoal markings on some of the backings of these. I would say probably if you investigate well, you might be able to discern, but for most of them, they hardly even look like English anymore.
Okay, I'll try to roll an investigate.
Sure.
Ooh, that's a 12.
Okay. With a 12, give me 1 second then. We'll quickly double check. There we go. I would say there are two names. One of them is one from the older photos of just the woman who on the front, it's very washed out and they are clearly sitting in a chair, like just half smiling towards the photographer, has the name Helena.
Helena, okay. And that was just one? Did you say there was two?
There would be potentially an even older, more weathered looking photograph that says Arlene.
Arlene. Okay.
And then you'll notice on the more recent Polaroids that there's specifically question marks written on the back.
Okay.
Which even without 12, you would be able to tell. That's what that is.
Okay. Ransom, do you know Angel's passcode to get on his computer?
Oh man, I've never even tried. I don't know. Try Puff Daddy.
Well, I don't see Angel really putting Puff Daddy as a password,
No,
but
because
I'll,
you know he's smoking. He's always got like a sweater vest thing going on. I just not a musical. You're right. It's probably dumb. I have no idea what his password is.
I'm just gonna click on his computer just to see if it's password protected. We'll just wait here the 10 minutes it takes to load.
Mm-hmm.
As we're kind of waiting, I'm gonna look back at Ransom. What do you think? What do you think? I'm much better at bouncing ideas off of. Do you see anything out of the mess that I've put on the floor?
I
the picture.
I see a
The
pretty big
pictures
task for
and
you to
all
clean
the
up.
things I printed.
You have to
Okay,
clean up a
okay.
lot of shit.
Outside and
That's it.
cleaning up, I will clean that up. But like, you see anything? I mean, okay, maybe Bigfoot, Sasquatch was a bit of a stretch, but you can't rule it out. So I'm gonna put it over here as the maybe not pile. But
You know, a year ago I would have laughed at you, but now it doesn't seem like a stretch. You know,
I know,
I
but
mean,
it'd be kind of
right
weird.
now, no, but just
It'd be kind of weird going
the
from
idea.
like vampires and fleshy monsters to Sasquatch. I feel like we're going backwards.
I feel like I'd be more cool to hang out with a Sasquatch, but that's about all this. I'm not seeing a connection here. I'm just seeing a bunch of photos and then some guy who's worried about a disappearance. You know, people still haven't seen Floyd, but I don't know how they're related.
As he says Floyd, I'm just gonna grab my police radio and just
Okay.
kind of put it on the table, crank up that volume just in case we miss something.
Okay. The eerie sound of static definitely starts to begin to ring out. You feel for a moment like you hear half of voices, but then nothing. And as you mess with Angel's computer, you move the mouse, you see a light screensaver flicker off, and it's not currently locked.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna turn on. Oh, did he ever say what internet he used? AOL.
It's going to be
turn that on.
simpatico. Oh, sorry, no.
Simpatico. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Sorry, we're in
got
the
a
US,
stack
AOL.
of AOL discs. Yeah.
Yeah. Fun fact, I used to do that all the time. Every time those 3 months ran out, it'd be another internet provider. Yeah, so I'm gonna wait until the internet comes up, and I'm gonna try to ask Jeeves about Helena in Snowcatch Valley.
Okay. Yeah, as you start to like look through, you hear the sounds of the chanting of the dial-up as it rings through the computer, slightly harmonizing with your radio for just a moment in a somewhat unsettling way. Then the internet starts up, and slowly your searches start to come through. What exactly do you search?
Before I answer that question, do you think that AOL patented that sound? Like it's just their sound? Like trademarked it? I would.
I have to think it's a byproduct of the technology and not an intentional thing.
I would have copyrighted it. Yeah, I'm just gonna ask Jeeves about Helena in Snowcatch Valley, just to see if there's anybody in Snowcatch Valley that currently has the name of Helena, or maybe was some sort of person here at some point.
Okay. Roll investigation for me, and seeing if this particular set of phrases turns anything up.
9.
I'm gonna go microwave some water or hot coffee.
Perfect.
Dying inside a
Oh.
little bit as I do so.
As you're kind
you
of
make
going
me one?
through,
Yeah.
you see a strange collection of results. Nothing immediately stands out to you with a 9. There are a few Helenas noted. Nothing dramatic. No news clippings. Just maybe you see an old thing in one of the archive newspapers about a garage sale coming up from a few years back. You don't see anything particularly interesting, dramatic. No crazy news clippings or events. Nothing historical.
Okay. What you said before, the list of Helenas, if they're still in Snowcatch Valley, if there's a way that I can tell, I'm going to write them down.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would like to also ask Jeeves about Arlene, especially Arlene in Snowcatch Valley, but in the past since the photo is quite old.
Okay. Roll investigate for that search as well.
7.
With a 7, you do find one article that specifically it does talk about being around the early 1900s. That there was an Arlene, last name Gaines, and that when she got married, her husband went missing very soon and left her and her son alone.
Okay.
You don't think that her husband going missing was part of one of those cave-ins, do you?
Maybe. Can I ask Jeeves if there's the Gaines family in Snowcatch Valley and see what that brings up?
Sure. Roll another investigate for me.
8.
Again, 8's not so good. You do see at least some mention of Gaines over the time. No specific names at large, but that there were Gaines here for a while. They had been around since at least after the gold rush, you think, from the looks at some of these mentions. But again, maybe the internet doesn't have a great archive of articles, especially historic articles, in your small town. So there is nothing incredibly informative you find.
Is there a Gaines family now in Snowcatch Valley?
Well, with your current searches, you wouldn't be aware.
Can't find anything.
Well, we can always head to the library. They're going to have, actual town documents going back 200 years.
That's a great idea. What time is it? Look at the clock.
Like 6-ish, just after 6.
Technology. Why don't we go to the library now?
It's a clock. That's like the oldest technology there is, dude.
No, but it just talked to me. Did you not hear it? Why don't we go to the library now? Well, maybe we can catch a slice of pizza while we walk there. Kind of hungry.
Well, I mean, there's pizza literally downstairs, so yeah.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Do you not hear me? Ransom,
Brody,
come on.
My brain hurt, but let's go, man. Okay, yeah, I'll drive us. It's fine.
I'm gonna try to tidy up the best I can. Just put all the papers and just on the little table and kind of collect the photos. But I'll bring the photos with me just in case. And as we're walking down, Ransom, did you lock the door?
Shit. Yeah.
It'll kill us.
It's a.
I'm gonna go as he's locking the door. I'm gonna go get some slices of pizza.
Okay, as you guys lock up Angel's apartment, stepping down the stairs out into the setting sun, we will hand over to Jimmy and Angel. You've driven across town all the way to the west side, up a little bit into the forested area where the frozen packing plant exists. A little bit up it's almost a country road where it's mainly just trucks in this area. It's for deliveries, in and out. And is there anything you do along the way, or do you just drop them off and head back?
I gotta ask, man. Does Brody seem okay to you? Like
The
it,
last year, no, he's been real manic. The,
I'm,
the
I'm getting a
whole
little
thing,
worried, man.
whole thing last summer just like really threw him.
Like, and this is the thing, man. It threw me too. You know, I'm
Yeah,
not
I
gonna
know.
lie about that, but I don't think I went crazy. I think, you know, stuff just worries me. But I don't have a police scanner in my backpack and dive under tables when I hear sirens and stuff. So, like, should we try to get him
You
some
do get
help?
pretty skittish around the cops, though.
I just don't talk to him anymore. You guys got really upset the last time, so I try to stay away from that. You know, you guys are better at talking than I am, so I just, you know,
You also getting freaked out about the idea of like monsters.
yeah, because they're real, man.
Yeah, so you just gotta lean into it. Don't be scared.
Lean into. How am I supposed to lean into it? What does that mean?
Like, be cautious, but don't be afraid.
There's a lot of people killed last year, man. I think I have a pretty good reason to be afraid.
Yeah, but like we weren't.
I don't think that, like, what's the best way to say this?
You haven't been spending the last year like preparing.
No. I
Oh, that's
tried to
on you
leave
then,
the
man.
town, man.
Then why'd you come back?
It just didn't work out. You know?
Well, now's the time to hunker down and
What have you done
Prepare.
to prepare?
I've been like learning.
Learning what? What do you know that do you know stuff I should know?
Probably.
You're not gonna tell me, huh?
Well, like there's stuff in the apartment if you want to like read and that kind of stuff, but like until we come across like the next big scary monster, like I don't know.
I don't know, man. That's the thing. It's the feeling of inevitability with it, you know. Until we run into the next big monster, like we have to, you know. That's why I'm playing a band, man. That's the dream. I don't want monsters and shit.
Now you're just playing in a better band.
That
You know?
isn't. Nah, man. I will say though that I did get some inspiration to play a pretty wicked song on the radio from all the shit that has been going on. So, you know, maybe it's not all bad. Anyway,
well.
though, he needs help. We don't need to be worried about me, man. We need to worry
Yeah.
about him.
Yeah, I don't know. Like he just needs to get over the fact that a couple people died. Not like we killed them.
You're
found
worryingly
bodies.
nonchalant about that.
We found
got it.
bodies. You know, everybody goes through PTSD in their own way, right? He's like manic. Some people, just die on the inside.
Are you saying that's what happened to you?
What? No. Can we put on a Lennis Morissette?
Absolutely not. Let's go.
And you make your way up
Yeah.
through the wooded area, sun darkening behind the trees, and you drive up in front of the kind of menacing building. It's got like a green monotone paint on the outside with a single concrete door at the distance. And outside you see 2 cars. At the moment, no large trucks at the parking side. The delivery, import, export side. And it is kind of just a monolith in the forest. You arrive on the gravel driveway, and
Yeah, I'll drop him off.
Yeah, is there any chance I can convince you to pick me up when the shift's done in like 8 hours?
What time's that? I don't know what time it is right now.
Well, like
7-ish.
the manager said, like he might only need me for a couple hours. So like, I don't know, like I can give you a call. You're probably still gonna be doing your runs by then.
Yeah, maybe, man.
Like if need be, I can take the bus. It's just like, who wants to be there? The bus isn't gonna be running at like 10, 11 o'clock up here.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of the best way of you to getting a hold of me. I guess
You still have that
call
pager,
it-
don't you?
I do have the pager. Thank God.
I'll,
Use
I'll
the
page you
pager.
from the office phone.
Boy, is life inconvenient. I gotta say. Hopefully one day things get better. Hopefully.
You'll know it's me because it'll be like 7 5s.
7 5s?
Yeah, 555 5555.
All right. That's your number?
No, but you can send like a message to the pager. Like you have a pager, right?
Yeah,
you should
man.
know this. People can like say 911 emergency to the pager. Just, otherwise, you're not gonna know it's me.
All right. It seems like you're confusing this more than it needs to be, but you know what, man? Live your best life. Wait, no one says that yet. You do? No. Cool.
Yellow?
Nope. All right.
Yeah.
Talk to you later, man. Let's go.
See ya.
All right. Jimmy, yeah, you take off back down the gravel, making your way towards town where within a few 15, 20-ish minutes, you're going to be needed. Angel, you open the main door, go into the pretty dimly lit interior of the warehouse. You walk past the manager's office where you do see the door shut, but through the glass you see someone in the glow of a computer on the phone. And they notice you walking through the hallway and give you a moment, asking you to wait. And they
Go
continue
over the
to
window.
talk on the phone for a moment before they hang it up and come towards you, unlocking the door. Angel, thank you so much. Honestly, we just need you for a little bit. We have a shipment coming at 11:30, and we just need everything wrapped up by then. So if
Okay.
you're willing to get a little fast today, we should be able to get it done in that time. But yeah, after that, we probably wouldn't even need you.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No, that should be fine. What's the order? I reach out for like the order papers.
You know what? It's give me a second. Follow, and he leads you out of his office towards the equipment room, which has a bunch of just snowsuits and different badges and earplugs for when the warehouse gets really loud. And at the moment, he points to a shiny looking headset. These can automate the whole order these days. Usually, we'd have to set it, give you the orders, give you the delivery, manually do all this, and then it just step by step leads you through. New shipment of these bad boys. It just does the whole thing. We get the order,
Okay.
we get the timing it's supposed to come out, does the whole thing for you. So it'll beep in your ear, kind of like how the old ones did, but we don't got to interfere at all. It's fantastic. So definitely recommend these. It'll make things a lot quicker too. You're gonna probably want an earplug out there. We've got some guys on the far side potentially doing renovations, so just watch out for that. And that'd be great. Yeah, if you could just get out there, and
Yeah.
there's
No
gonna be
problem.
maybe one other guy out there with you tonight.
Who
Supposed
is
to
it?
be Roger. He's gonna be out there.
Didn't he get fired? I thought he knocked shit over last time.
Apparently he was drunk and he's not drinking anymore. So
He was drunk at work and he didn't get fired.
listen, if I could fire him, I would, but we're low on guys. You've been covering a lot of shifts for me, right? This is
Yeah, but I also don't want to get killed by a forklift.
well, for the most part, you're gonna be on opposite sides today. So if he's
Okay.
looking a little swervy out there, maybe let me know.
All right. I'll have my head on a swivel.
And you don't happen to know Kurt, do you? He's the usual guy on this shift.
No, might have talked to him once, but just like, hey, don't
Yeah.
normally do the shift, right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's just a guy about your age. I thought maybe you'd seen him. I guess not. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all fine. Cool.
Yeah, okay.
All right, this one's yours, and he just taps on your locker. It's got your last name for you, and you keep all that locked up here at the end of the night. So I'll see you 11ish. See how things are going. And
Yeah, sure.
He walks away towards his office. And before you got the equipment room with the lockers, and you get everything all set up, everything all dressed up. Eventually, unless there's anything you do, you can walk into the warehouse itself.
Yeah, no, I'm getting fully suited up, ready for the deep freeze.
Yeah. You step out into the cold, see the pallet jacks all lined up on one side. The warehouse, again, a kind of a looming darkness, with each of the individual aisles being the only sources of light, but that light barely spilling between them. In the very distance, you can see an actual forklift moving, and the sound of clanking metal, as it seems beyond that there may be someone doing repairs to some of the scaffolding. And as you get onto the pallet jack and make your way through the beginning aisles, you hear in your ear it beep in a cheery, almost welcoming voice. "Hello, Angel. If you could quickly, we have 300 units to pick in the next 3 hours. Are you ready?"
Yeah. Inside, I'm thinking, oh, I hate this thing already. It's far too cheerful.
Okay, that is excellent. Your next order is going to be 24 units, and already you can feel the dread as 24 of the first thing, 300 to go in a 3-hour shift. It's going to be cold as you begin to move your way down towards the area, and you feel the blast of the cold breathe against you as instantly you know this is going to be another hardworking, sweaty, frozen work in the dark warehouse. And we pan out to see Jimmy getting back to the dough father. A few boxes piled up on the counter. You see you're a little bit late already. And the guy Bacon taps the boxes. These are 3 for you. We got one to maybe one of those far side of town they don't usually get from us. But if you could be quick, we got to deliver some of these. And it's going to be cold no matter what. It's not your fault. This one, it's quite a ways away.
All right, man. No worries. Thanks for the heads up. And I got to say, I'm happy to be doing this. Just things are normal. Let's go. And I grab the pizzas.
Normal thing to say. That's awesome. And he goes back to doing everything, pushes them towards you into one of your into the pizza sleeve and hands it off to you. And you see you have 3 orders, 2 of them nearby, definitely already calculating the roads and which way would be more convenient. And then you notice that one of them is kind of a weird address, like far side of town, like some like the older houses, places that for the most part are like almost on the verge of the historical area of town, where it's just like people don't really live in a lot of these. They're down by some of the rivers, and like they're pretty poorly maintained. What can you do?
They're not good houses generally, though.
Not so. Like they're good in like a man of fixer-uppers, big old houses.
Yeah.
But for the most part, people around there aren't the pizza-eating types. But
Well, hopefully they at least tip well. So we'll see.
yeah. And as you make your way through the town, instantly you find that the roads are just way busier than usual. There are people like as you're still in the downtown of what you would consider the downtown of Snowcatch anyway. There are just, traffic and jams. You have one guy immediately swerve directly into your lane, cutting you off. You have another one instantly tailgating you, and you find yourself boxed in at a red when you're supposed to be turning and they're in the lane. And you just find that slight heat boiling as the person in front of you is definitely just like, absolutely no attention. It's been green for 5 seconds and they haven't moved.
Oh, I lay on the horn.
Yeah. You just start blasting, and you see them look back in the mirror angrily at you and give you the finger before they turn right. And they were in this lane the entire time. And as they begin to do that, you feel your blood boil. And you're following them now as you continue your way on through the town. Again, you see yourself coming up to stop signs where they stop, seemingly for too long, pointedly sitting in front of you, for following, if you will, seeming to be whenever you flick your blinker on, they do too.
I want to, at the next turn, I want to flick my blinker on to make a turn that I don't need to, and see if I can get them to go.
Okay, nice. Okay. I would say keep cool, maybe to try
okay.
and fake out. Are you doing? Or are you just flicking one, like straight up clicking right? You're not going to change your signal. You're going to go left. That kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, okay, I wouldn't say you don't even roll. I thought you're like last minute still going to use your blinker, but
Oh yeah, no,
if you're just lying straight up, whatever. I would say, yeah. Let's make it a manipulate roll to see if this guy's got you in the eyes, seemingly playing a game with you.
That's a 4.
You can't help but that wry smile comes to your face as you think you've got him.
Yeah.
And you flick the blinker one way, start going the next, and he's already like, you can see he was like stalled out in the 4 way, ready, like picking his side after you, and it's not you. You feel the rage coming.
All right, I fucking U-turn
immediately.
I U-turn new route.
Okay, as you just starting to redirect. You have the last pizza still in your bag, and you're sure it's already getting cold, and this is just adding to that time.
Yeah.
But would you like to roll your specific Zen move for me to see if in this moment you can calm it down?
That's an 11.
Okay. Yeah. As you make a U-turn, you see that guy slowly at first going perpendicular to you, as if he himself would be debating what he's going to do before he picks up full speed and takes off. And in your mind, you feel that slight tinge of victory. As petty as it feels, it still feels like victory. And you turn out of there, take a new route. Shortly, you kind of find yourself moving towards... as you know, nightfall lands, you find yourself in kind of, it almost feels shantytown like on this side, where you've come across over the bridge now towards where the larger rivers are. These large old white houses kind of stalking around it, very poorly maintained. Most of the paint is well chipped off of these things. A lot of them have like very overgrown yards. And you do see people milling about. You see some drunken people by the bay of the river here, just kind of sitting around like lawn chairs with, it looks like a bit of a fire already started up on the riverbank. And as you make your way beyond, you find yourself into a small strip of a neighborhood. And working your way down the street, you find the yards here are incredibly overblown, like full on not maintained. If there was some kind of neighborhood society, they would be getting complaints all the time, but it seems like everyone's on it. That yards here don't matter. And as you pull up to what you assume is the address, because the opposite address is the even number and this one's the odd, you look out, and in front of you, you see a slightly ajar metal fence, decorative, and beyond it, a long, lost to wild garden in front of you.
All right. Well, gotta deliver it. So I'll grab the pizza, shut off the car, hop out, and quickly walk my way through the gate and up towards the front door.
Yeah, as you work your way through the gate, you instantly see that most of the path is actually worn away. You see bushes and rose bushes, and while they do have like a hint of beauty to them, they look wild and overgrown, and you can't even see a direct path to the door. Through the foliage, you can kind of see a porch, and it seems to be like 60 feet of yard of entanglement. And even as you're stepping through it, stepping over some of these bushes, you get thistles scraping against your jeans. It's an uncomfortable, heavily under-maintained yard. And as you're stepping through some of it, you feel some of the rose thorns grip into the pant leg, instantly holding you still. And you feel for a very slight moment that one of them scrapes against your thigh. And everything again begins to boil just a little bit.
Yeah. I just keep going. I soldier on. Take the cuts and
Yeah, you just press through, breaking through the overgrown brambles and all this bullshit in your way, finding the actual footpath of stone underneath some of this grass that's laid down over it, and just kind of scuffling your feet to kick up this undergrowth almost and make sure you're on the path itself. Large trees kind of loom in front of you, but eventually, as you're making your way through it, you do see a fully rotted out wooden staircase to a porch about 3 feet above it.
All right. Don't want to trust those stairs, so I'm gonna try to just hop it up, just clear the stairs entirely.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
hope
Yeah.
the porch is in good shape when I
Yeah.
land.
Maybe make a keep cool for me roll if that feels right for that.
Yeah. 13.
Yeah. Just so damn cool. Like just like single leap, you land on it. Pizza feels perfectly balanced as you
Don't
hit
break
the-
stride. Like just continue on like nothing
Yeah.
happened. But inside, I'm like, nailed it.
Yeah. And as your foot leaves that spot, the wood crumbles away as if it was waiting for you to make your decision. And the wood here is horribly maintained. Your feet touching the next step, you see the paint peel up in front of you, pressing against your shoe. Can you roll sense danger for me?
Oh fuck! But I can. 10.
With a 10, the hair on your neck, you notice fully now, is standing at end. As you hit the porch, feeling triumphant in your landing, you remember there's a window there, a bay window.
Yeah.
Curtains, well worn with the sun, pressed to the side for a long time, crinkled and hardened, no light within. You see a door, paint chipped away for decades, a half circle of windows above it, no light there. You see the door, maybe a millimeter ajar, but ajar nonetheless.
Hello? It's the Dope Father. Pizza delivery.
Do you say this at a normal tone, or are you trying to get
I'm gonna
the
say
attention?
quieter than usual
Okay.
because I don't want an answer.
Yeah, just speaking out almost quiet and under your voice.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't hear a response.
Oh god. Pranks these kids these days, and I'm just gonna turn around and start trying to leave, and like quickly, like get the
Okay.
fuck away from here.
Yeah, I would say roll keep cool for me
Yeah.
as you turn, remembering this incredibly rotted wooded porch.
6.
At that moment, you hear the door creak. And not only does the door creak,
Mhm.
it opens
Mm-hmm.
just a little bit. And you stop, frozen for a moment.
Yeah.
And it is open. Not your imagination, it is open. All the way open.
Uh-huh.
And then it begins to swing on itself just a little bit in the wind.
I fucking run.
You
Fuck
book
this.
it. Holy
Fuck
shit.
this.
Okay, you can either roll combat or keep cool as you are full-blooded going here.
Combat feels right to make my way back.
Yeah, you're fighting for your fucking
That's a
life.
7.
With the 7, hand on the banister of this porch, not even risking the rotted steps in front of you. You lift over it, you feel it give way as you put your weight against it, but you're already airborne, already heading towards the brambles and the bushes. As you hit the ground, looking over your shoulder, you lock eyes with something within the house. And at worst, it is eye level with you, and you are now standing below the porch, and it rushes in your direction. What do you do?
I'd run. I just go.
You just continue to run. Are
Yeah.
you looking back or are you booking it?
I will spare a quick glance,
Okay.
but I have priorities.
Yeah, I would say this would be keep cool then to try and handle both.
8.
You see the shape of something dark looming in the house as it emerges out into like what sunlight illuminates this area. And for a split second, you see a pitch black dog-like shape lumber across the porch, falling into the brambles that you had jumped over, and you hear the yapping and yelling of what sounds like a dog
Fucking
as you
werewolf,
book your
obviously.
way over this yard.
Yeah.
The pizza scattering into the bushes. You can see the box open, and for a split second, the light hits that greasy cheese, and you book it, not giving a shit towards
Yeah,
your car.
no, I'm out.
Yeah.
Okay. I just go like, werewolf, fucking werewolf.
And you slam into your car. Is there anything you do here? Or you peel out?
I get in my car and lock the door. I should have automatic. I'll
Okay.
get in, lock the doors, turn to my right, see what I
Yeah,
see, or left, whatever's
instantly-
towards the house. Yeah.
Yeah, you see that there is something bounding over some of these other bushes and brambles, and then you hear something scream out and cry out, and hit the pavement near towards where the gate has opened, and you see a limping black dog just panting, staring at you. But it doesn't move.
I reach over, roll down the window like a hare, and be like, "Hey, little buddy, pizza's on the lawn." Roll it back up, turn on the car, drive away.
As you do that, you can't help but notice that its gaze never leaves yours, and it is almost head on a swivel, watching the entire time as you go. And you make your way.
Really? Like the whole time? Like eyes locked with eyes?
More, you can't tell if it's eyes on eyes or just eyes on your car now. It is watching the movement of you go.
I go.
You leave?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Sensible choice. As you make your way through this side of town, you can't help but notice that you're not sure why you didn't pick up on it. Nobody orders pizza here. These houses are so old. It's just nothing lives this far out, do they? And then as you're driving past, you see the empty streets, the empty riverbed. It's dark out. No one's around.
Yeah, I try to soothe myself with some music. Put on some Offspring. Calm
And
me
it-
down.
Inside the car totally offsets the feeling that you have, as if there's no way a haunted house and Offspring could go together.
No,
That feeling
no,
of those
that'd
two
be
things,
ridiculous. Yeah.
opposite. And it does help. And as you finally find yourself, maybe your foot letting too heavy on the pedal, going a little too fast, but you make your way back to the town itself, the real part of the town where you see other
Oh.
people and other cars. And you feel good about that. As you make your way back to the Dough Father, we see Ransom and Brody. Ransom, how many cups into microwave coffee are you?
Oh, like half.
Half of one, struggling?
Yeah,
or-
half of one. It's just like, man, I thought I needed a coffee, but nobody needs the coffee this badly.
Mine, I brought mine to in a to-go cup, like one of the ones that Angel
I figure-
hopefully has.
Probably have like a bunch of red Solo cups hanging around. Just put it in there from one of the mugs.
Yeah, I'm holding his cup while I'm drinking out of mine. Hopefully, it doesn't spill in his car.
Okay. Yeah, and as you are all just kind of gathering your wits, is there anything you're continuing to research, or are you heading out, packing
We're-
up towards the library?
Yeah,
Backing up towards the library. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. I think we would have stopped at the Dough Father for
It's a Newfoundland
Father.
owned. It's a
Yeah.
Newfoundland owned chain.
Mhm.
just grab some slices to go and make our way to the library.
Okay. As you kind of venture out, you grab some pizza. On the house, it seems, as Brody's face is a ticket to free pizza in these parts. And
I see your value now, Brody.
What do you mean? My value
What?
has always
Nothing.
been here.
Yes, absolutely it has. I agree.
Yeah, who else is going to get you free pizza? I know my worth.
Indeed. Extra pepperoni next time.
I want next
I'm
time
just
you
kidding.
go
I
and
don't,
make
I don't want to seem ungrateful.
it. You better not. Anyway, I was kind of thinking What I guess I haven't asked you like what's going on since school has taken so much of my time.
Not a whole lot, man. Just kind of working at the Shawshank and honestly, trying to stay out of the house as often as I can. And like things are, you know, normalizing a little bit, but it's still real awkward at home.
I thought you guys were like getting into a better place.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean we don't have bumps in the road, And Dad's like, what's the word I'd use? Inscrutable? I can't figure out what's going on in that guy's head.
Can you use that word? Can you define that word?
Yes.
Never heard that word before.
Inscrutable means that he is very difficult to read. I would not play poker with him, is basically what I'm saying.
Oh. See, I think it just would have been easier if you just said those words instead of.
You ever read a book, Brody?
Of course not. No, I haven't even bought any course books yet.
Good thing we're
They
headed
keep
to a
telling me
library,
I
then.
need them, but apparently I don't.
Nah, you just get the slides.
Yeah. However, I am failing math, but I still got
That
time.
adds up.
It's those goddamn logs, man. I don't understand.
I'm more into English and history myself, so yeah, I get it. And
Well,
starting up the Ford probe.
has
Yeah.
has anything weird happened to you since everything has kind of happened?
Yeah, my mom hugged me like twice.
Oh, spooky.
Wait, oh, you're being mean now. You mean like Madison weird?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The other night I thought I saw shining eyes in a cornfield when we were in that creepy little tunnel room. But other than that, no, not really.
Well, why didn't you bring that up earlier?
Didn't seem pertinent. That means it didn't seem important.
Oh, that word I know. Knew? No? Yeah. Whatever. If there's shining eyes following us, why did you mention it?
I didn't say it wasn't following us. I looked out the window and I saw something shining. It could have been kids with flashlights for all I know.
Okay. But if we do notice them, we have to make note of them. Maybe they are following us. It is.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, just now that I know that you've got this thing about shining eyes, I'll be sure to keep you aware of the next time I see a pair. But back then, it was like we were just doing Halloween stuff.
Yeah. Maybe I'm just overreacting. Ever since the summer. I mean, I don't know. I just have this bad feeling that that something bad's going to happen to us.
Well, I mean, you could spend time focusing on bad things are going to happen to us, or you could focus on nothing bad has happened yet and just try to live your life, man.
Yeah,
You've
I
been
guess.
uptight, like you're going to go gray or bald by the time you're 25,
Have you seen my dad's hair? I'm good.
I know hair
But
plugs when I see 'em.
yeah, I don't know. Just kind of feels weird, just kind of listening to the radio, the police radio. They have mentioned some things since we kind of left, and I don't know. It just kind of seems weird that maybe we're like entangled in something.
Nah, see, I don't have any faith in the cops in this town because they've made it pretty clear they're not interested in doing their job. We were the ones that had to go and see if Floyd was all right the other night, and okay, well, we didn't find him. But the point is, we cared enough to try, and the cops didn't. So, I wouldn't worry about anything, man. They're completely incompetent.
Yeah, maybe you're right. And I'm gonna take out my police radio, much as it pains me. I'm gonna turn it off.
Oh,
Suck it
off.
and and tuck it back into my bag. For the night, I won't touch it. I won't even think about it.
Cool, because I was gonna tell you to turn that the hell off before we got into the library, but we gotta go, man, because they're gonna be closing soon. It's Friday.
Yeah. Are you going 30?
Yeah, miles. It's a Canadian car. It looks like kilometers. Yeah.
You know, it does say like 35 here. You know, you can speed it up just a little bit.
You got your own license, or do you want to drive?
Yeah, I got my learner's license right here.
Everybody's a critic. Speed off to the library.
Yeah, and as you're kind of driving down through the setting sun and the night sky, you do eventually make your way towards sort of the central-ish area of town, a bit closer to the college itself, where there's one of the larger libraries. At one of the intersections, you do see two people with signs that just have very crudely drawn computers with X's scratched out over them. And they say, Y2, not okay, Y2, not okay. And they
these jokers
jackets with pins and everything that have a whole on one of them. You see like their whole side of their jacket is just covered in different causes and stuff. You see a bunch of UFO pins on their vest that say at a glance you can just see the word truth in big bold letters with other little words around it, and a bunch of Y2K related things, something about the water being a government, blah blah blah. And then you kind of turn around the corner and find your way towards the front of the library itself. You guys do.
Yeah, see, Brody, those are the people that I'm worried that you're going to turn into, right? Like, they're going to be real embarrassed come January 1st when everything's fine. But you know what they're going to do? They're just going to switch the date to another doomsday scenario. That's all these people do. So just, they're all focused on the world ending, on all this bad stuff happening, and it never happens. Just live life and read books. Open the door.
As you
it would
guys,
be kind of cool if we saw it.
as you guys step into the library, you do see that the lights are dim pretty low. You see the librarian is stacking up a few of the final books onto a cart that they are going to be putting away. And they turn over and look at you guys, looking down at their watch. We're going to be closing in about an hour. You guys got some time. But I would be quick with this one if you can. Sometimes people linger, and then I got to stay here late, so it's just
No, we get it. It's Friday night. We appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah, an hour is totally fine.
Cool. Okay, if you need anything, I'm just going to be on the far side here, putting stuff away. So that's where I'll be for you.
Actually, maybe you can help us. We're looking for kind of historical articles just about people from this town. Do you know? Can you point us in the right direction?
The historical. There is the archives section. It's one of our more, temperature, climate-controlled rooms in the back here, just down this hallway, around the left here. And if you make your way around there, there'll be a bunch of glass booths and a lot of the stuff in there.
Perfect.
Oh,
all right.
Very cool. Well, thank you. We'll call you if we need anything.
Yeah, sure. If you can't find anything, let me know.
Oh man, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna see that ghost librarian from Ghostbusters. It's got the same vibe in here.
Don't be silly. Ghosts don't exist. That's like.
Let's go.
And as you guys crack into one of the archived rooms, we pan over to see Angel, completely frost covered in the face, beard well over frozen, anything exposed really from the snowsuit and the hat and everything is at the same time sweating and freezing. You see almost partial icicles at the bottom of his chin line, and you, Angel, here in your headset, aisle D, 5 units, and you find yourself in aisle A at the moment. What do you do?
I lean into it and I zip through as quickly as I can.
Okay, you're working through it, and uncomfortably, every time you have to move your arm to pull the handle of the steering, you feel the sweat lifting, and then you feel the cold air rushing slightly through the suit, pressing against it. And it's just constant. Every time it's left, it's worse. And then right again, that arm is worse. And you're feeling the sensation of cold in front of you. And you reach the location, and it says 5 units. And Angel, your temperature is seeming a little off.
What?
5 units.
Okay.
Your performance is at 95%. You should be moving much quicker.
Just been told by a robot.
Can't wait until they just have these machines do all this picking on their own, and I don't have to do this job. Back out. Go in. grab the like tiny pallet with 5 units of whatever it is.
So yeah, as you're looking at it, it's just 5 nearly unlabeled rectangles that are incredibly heavy, filled with frozen product of some kind, and you move it up onto your own pallet of your own, stacking it into another one of these Tetris-like cubes of terrible times, quickly getting some saran wrap over it, and it says 94%. You need to keep your performance up. 7 units. H8 7 units.
H8. All right. I hop back up on the pallet jack and take a quick look around to make sure these things aren't breaking around me. And
the scaffolding comes crashing down. But as you do look around, there is something kind of calming. The loud blast of the fans at the end of the aisle. No one else around. And as you make your way out of the aisle itself into the long pathways, it is silent, aside from the sound of wind and motors, beyond the fans themselves. You don't hear anything. You don't hear the clanking of scaffolding. You don't hear Roger and his forklift. And as you move your way towards H, turning in, you see a headset in the ground, in the middle of the aisle.
I hop off the pallet jack and go over to it, pick it up so I don't run it over. There's like a little tray area on the pallet jack, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll just put it there for now. I guess it fell off somebody. I'll just bring it to the front office once I'm done with this pallet.
Okay. Yeah, you begin to drive off. You see H8 in front of you. And it says performance 92%. You've got to keep it up. No overtime pay.
Wait, what? This is only overtime pay. What do you mean no overtime pay?
No overtime pay.
Can I talk to you? Is this what's happening? Are you someone in the front office?
91%.
I go get how many units?
7 units.
He answered.
I go grab the 7 units.
And you stack them up into everything, and you continue it. It's 93%. Got to keep it up. Got to keep it up. And then suddenly you start to hear a bit of static in the voice as you pack it up, move everything around, get back onto the seat, move yourself forward, pressing it forward to move with you. And for a moment, you swear you see the forklift move by at the end of the aisle in the unlit passage. And as you make your way towards that area, you see just one boot sitting there, as if placed, standing upright in the dark aisle between the aisles themselves. Yeah.
I look around. That's not something somebody's gonna like accidentally forget.
Wouldn't think so. Not in this cold.
Yeah. So I look around for the rest of the person, see if they're like wandering around or trying to grab their stuff.
At a glance, you don't see anyone. You're about midway through the either length towards either the management office or the export bay. Or how far are you going? There's something always there.
You'll never fucking.
You'll never know. Something climbs onto his
I
back
saw
in the
a
dark.
ghost. Yeah, there's a ghost behind it. You guys saw that, right?
Brody doesn't
Yeah.
believe
Guys, don't be silly.
True. No such thing.
I take the headset off and I call it, hello? Hello? Anybody around? What? You missing a boat?
You kind of just hear the echoing of your own voice. But then as you take off your headset, you hear that the headset on the tray is making sound.
I pick it up.
Now, as you pick it up, you can kind of hear the noise getting louder. You put it to your ear, and you just hear 70% very poor, 68% very poor, 60% very poor, 40% very poor, very, 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 very. And it starts to crackle over the words very over and over, and then it just turns off.
Oh, that sucks. Not mine though. Look around for to see if there's a person, because they can't have gotten far from a boat.
Visually, you don't see anybody. If you're, are you moving around to either end on?
Yeah, I'll like hop off the power jack and like actually look in. Maybe they're like in the little like cubbies where the pallets are, to see if I can find anybody nearby.
You make your way across all of the aisles towards where the pallet jacks are actually parked and where the forklifts are parked. Can you make investigation for me?
I can try.
Can always try.
That's a 3.
You don't see anyone. You feel like the only places left to even check would be break room, equipment room, manager's office. Like, there's not much more out here.
Yeah, I grab the boot and I head over in the headset and I head over to the management office to let them know that I found a bunch of stuff that shouldn't be out there.
Yeah, as you make your way up to the window, you see again that glow, and him on the phone again catches your eye, holds up a finger, almost as if this is his routine. Rats up a conversation, puts the phone down, comes the door, unlocking it. Is there anything else? I did see on the monitor here you're hitting that 87%. Is everything okay?
No, like I found someone's headset, and now there's a work boot in the middle of one of the aisles. Like,
maybe someone left it earlier today. I don't know. Maybe, but Roger would have seen it. I don't know.
Whose headset this? It was talking a second ago.
Well, we've got them all hung up by the lockers. I guess come with me. And he heads back out to the equipment room where your locker was, and opposite way was where the equipment would be lined up almost equally, as if each person could take the equipment from in front of their locker. And you see a full row of them there, -2. Looks like to me, you and Roger are the only one wearing headsets, and we're only missing 2.
Is Roger still working, or is he done for the day?
Oh yeah, he's still working. Yeah, same as you. You guys are kind of working in tandem today. You're getting everything ready, and he's getting them off onto the truck. So
I don't know, I haven't seen him for a minute. Maybe you should like buzz him to come to the office. He obviously needs his headset anyway.
Okay. And you see he kind of moves around the wall of the equipment room, hitting open one of these kind of like red phones on the wall, puts in a pin for the management, and you just hear over the speaker in the whole warehouse ringing out in garbled, crackling English. Roger, you out there? Please pull back into the equipment room. And he waits. It sounds exactly like that. And you look out over the windows here by the equipment room that kind of look out into the warehouse itself, and there's a disturbing lack of movement. He leans back, picks up the phone again. Roger. He takes a key from off the side of him, finds R. Waters on the lockers, and unlocks Waters. Looking in there, there is a half-emptied bottle of rum with the cap off.
I thought you said he wasn't gonna do this, man.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what he said.
Crush me.
Yeah, no, you're right. This is it for him. Yeah, I think he's done after this. He's obviously. I don't know. I'm gonna go check the forklift, see if he's parked it or if he's taken it. I don't know.
Ah.
You
I found his boot in ILH.
great. So he doesn't have shoes on in the minus 40. Okay.
He might have passed out.
That's
Got
very
one on that,
bad.
you know?
That's quite
Yeah.
very bad. Yep.
I couldn't find him when I was looking around, so.
Okay. That's awesome. And he wraps up himself and just like quickly, not putting on the full suit, just like half jacket, hanging with the legs hanging behind him, and he zips it up as best he can with and buttoning, and then runs out there almost like these snow pants legs just hanging behind him as he runs out, and you can see the panic in his eyes, and he looks at the forklifts at the far end like, I don't know, seems like all 5 are there. Nope, one is definitely missing. Then you see him look to the far side of the warehouse where the export bay is, where all the rolling garage doors would come up and the trucks would come in. And you can vaguely see at one end that one of them is kind of ajar, but not all the way up. We would have heard him, right? It's like a 6-foot drop out there.
I don't know, maybe. I got this thing squawking at me in my ear the whole time. Plus, the air conditioning units, it's loud in here, man.
That's true. Okay. And you found his headset and his boot.
Yeah, that was on like LD?
Okay. Give me a second. I'm gonna go check the monitor, I guess. And he runs back to the computer, and you hear him yell out, whether you follow. You're at 74%, by the way. Not that that's actually the most important thing, but your bonus money's dependent on this percentage. Just yeah, but you're right. That's not that's not the thing right now. His is stuck at 60.
It's not. It was saying something about 40 earlier.
It's just hitting 60 and then 61 now.
OSHA must have a field day with this place. Oh my god.
I just yell out, "Oi, Roger! Where are you?"
You hear your voice echoing back to you. 65 now? Does that make sense?
Do I hear the forklift like running around at all?
Make an investigation check for me. And what are you still standing at this doorway to the whole open area? Or are you going out there?
No, I'm in the warehouse now, but I'm not too far from
the equipment area.
Let's go. It's a 2.
The 2. Yeah, you don't hear anything. Like, it is unsettling how quiet it is in here. As your manager says, 66%. It's going up. He's got to be out there.
Boot.
Maybe he's just working real hard. It fell off. He's going so fast.
And he doesn't have the headset. How would he know what to even grab?
This doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And you can hear the headset still crackling out. It's still just 66. I don't know. It went up, but it hasn't moved in a bit.
You want me to like go down all the aisles real quick, see if I can spot him?
Yeah, I'd say go fast. You don't want one of these situations. He's turning a corner and you lose him. I'd just fly down there as fast as you can.
Run his ass over.
I know it's not safe, but full speed for this thing. And if
I'm
you
not going
could
to
check
that, but okay.
the full door at the end.
Yeah, no, I'll check the whole thing, make sure he's alive.
And as you continue to move forward, you feel the machine whir back to life as you press forward and move your way down through the warehouse. We will pan back to Ransom and Brody for the moment at the library. You go into the archive room. What are you guys looking to research?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the classic, looking for anything related to. Let's look for the Gaines family. Anything to do with Gaines.
Yeah, make an investigation check. And Ransom, is there anything? Are you just doing whatever Brody's doing, or do you have your own lines of things you like to do?
Well, I was going to say maybe we can cross-reference that with the Silverside family. See if there's any sort of like relations there, and then just basically trying to find like ways to connect the dots between these families and see if like there is a reason why, or a connection between people going missing. There was also the the original incident. Unfortunately, I don't remember the names right now, but the previous incident in the 50s. See if there's any further information we can find on that. Or is that how we reached the Silverside Sons before?
So you remember finding an article about in 1945, a boy by the name of Edgar had said that he saw another boy named Alan walk into the lake, and Alan was known to be a paraplegic. And he was one of the Silverside Sons, which is what is a famous family of some sort. And that's the kind of information you got from his sighting that he claimed.
Okay, well then I'd like to look further into what the Silverside family is known for here in Snowcatch, and sort of like where their money came from and why like it would have been so scandalous for them. Yeah,
sure. And Brody, what were you looking for again?
Yeah, I'm gonna look for the Gaines family.
Gaines, right?
I look to see if there's anything, but I'm gonna like tap Ransom in the shoulder. Hey man, thanks for listening to me. I know that I went on a little tangent there, and I didn't think anybody was actually listening, but thank you, I appreciate that.
No, we're listening, and look, I'm sure Jimmy and Angela aren't gonna say it, but like we're a little worried about you, man. We just want to make sure you're okay.
Oh, I'm fine.
Like
I'm fine.
Okay, like you went and hid like under a desk the other night.
Yeah, that's
I don't know if that's
a lot of
fine.
people do that. Yeah, a lot of people do that.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Look, we've all
I've
been
seen
through
Dateline
the shit. We've
multiple
all been
times.
through it, and I'm just saying, you're not alone, dude. If you need to talk, we're here, but just maybe tone down the conspiracy theories just a little bit, you crackpot.
Yeah, you're right. And then like I'm gonna go like grab whatever I need to grab. But as I'm like away, away from Ransom, I'm gonna take out the police radio and just turn it off. Just quickly listen.
It crackles to life, and you instantly hear the sound of voices. But they are kind of overlayered as if it's a conversation where both people are talking at the same time, and the static of it hides a little bit what they're saying. Do you want to roll investigate for me as you try and separate what these voices are saying?
Okay, just to let you know, I rolled a 13
For the previous
when I
one?
look for gains.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, you can't tell. It's just the sound of chatter on the radio. Nothing about it is interesting.
Okay.
And Ransom, what was also your role for the Silverside information?
No, I didn't actually roll. Did you want me to roll an investigate or a connect the dots?
It could be either one.
All right. Well, you know what? I'll do connect the dots since it works out to about the same. How's a 4 do you?
It's not great. Yeah, as you're flipping through, looking at some of the archives, you don't see too much about the Silverside. All you know is that they've been around for a long time. There's a Silverside ski lodge that's been here for a long time.
Right.
But Brody, you rolled very high. Oh, level it up. Brody, you rolled very high looking for the Gaines family information.
Yeah.
So you find a little bit of a continued article talking about how Gaines, that specific marriage into the Gaines family, where Arlene's husband went missing very soon after their wedding. They had one child and a son named Wallace. And as you rolled really high, right? Like a 13 or something?
Yeah.
You find that there was the husband's name seems to just be glossed over. but there is ties to other Gaines family members as you continue looking through different archives. You hear about Luther Gaines being the father of that husband, while that whoever that husband himself was, that name seems to just be unimportant or missing from the records. That there is definitely a lineage beyond them with the name Luther Gaines, as someone who had settled in Snowcatch, traveling here, who had begun as a bit of a journalist following a wake of people coming to Snowcatch in 1858 for the gold rush. And Luther himself turned from journalism to miner when people started pulling gold and silver out of the mountains, and made a small fortune. Nothing egregious, but enough to like have a house and settle down. He was one of the early people that actually did pull some money out from the mines themselves. There's not too much more information beyond that about the Gaines family at the moment. Nothing in the history seems to have really spread beyond that. You just see that there was Luther, who would have been the father of the husband of Arlene Gaines, who had taken his name, and then they had a son named Wallace.
Okay. I'm going to look also for any Helena's semi-recently, what I kind of gauged from the photo, and just see if there also is any connection to some sort of peeping Tom with a camera, anything like that, anything scandalous.
Okay. And Ransom, is there anything else you're looking into as you guys keep looking through the archives?
I think at this point, I'm mostly just trying to help Brody out and just like looking over his shoulder and like just trying to basically offer aid as I can.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'd say, so Brody rolling investigate. I would say Ransom, you can roll help out because you have a pretty decent investigation, right? At least a +1. So
yeah.
I rolled a 3.
I rolled an 11.
Okay, I mean, it would have been better to have just investigated yourself, though, I guess, because either way, that's a fail. Yeah, so for those lines, you don't of questioning, you don't really find any information.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing on Helena, and nothing about in the papers about a peeping Tom or anything.
I don't like that. Can't find anything on this.
Oh, you know what? What about literature about like, you've been talking about monsters and stuff, and ghosts I know obviously aren't real. But what if we look at like monsters that kidnap or like lead people away, like old will-o-wisps or something like that? Maybe there's a town legend or something.
Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't thought about that.
So I'm gonna look for that.
Yeah.
Roll occult for me as you look into creepy legends and mythology.
Cool.
Can I do the help out action? I have a -1.
With a -1 in occult, you wouldn't be able to help out. You can try on your own, but
I too have a -1, so let's get
you can still try.
Oh, let's get a 10. All right.
Okay. I would say with a 10's pretty good. Brody, are you doing the same search, or are you not involved in this at all?
Nope, this is all Ransom.
Okay.
He goes down one aisle. I was like, I wouldn't think it was that aisle. I'm going to go down another aisle.
Yeah, and as you guys are like flipping through this, you do see for a moment the librarian passes by behind the glass and just kind of glances in, gives you a thumbs up, questioning if everything is good. They just nod and keep on their way. So as you are looking through for different things for kidnapping, you do see a lot of like Scandinavian type folklore and stuff about. A lot of it is pretty obviously just to scare kids. A Like even things around Christmas, like you get this thing of Sinterklaas who will come and steal kids if they're not good. You get a lot of weird things about fairies and trolls. Always seem to just steal kids. You see Japanese folklore about if you go near rivers, these things will steal kids if they're out after dark and if you're bad. And then you find one that I think maybe Brody, as you guys are looking at this, catches your eye a little bit. You see that there are stories about creatures, tall wild men in North American areas that have been known to kidnap, that they do take people. There is specifically a wild Sasquatch description of a person or a creature called a Stiaya, which if you say their name in the wilds, they will come and take you.
I'm gonna bring this
how is
to Ransom.
How is that written?
STIYAHA.
YAHA.
It says here you have to say their name, but that's I've never heard of the name, and I highly doubt a lot of people have. But maybe we can search for other names. Maybe it goes by something else. Kind of like
Talk about-
Beetlejuice and
I'll say it twice more.
the name escapes me that you have to look into a mirror. But anyway, Bloody Mary. Yeah,
Bloody
remember
Mary?
that when we were
Yeah,
kids?
This
Yeah.
feels like a Sasquatch version of Bloody Mary to me. I mean, I'm not gonna do it, but
Oh, we should try. We really should try to do it and see if it's real. But anyway, let's just go see if this is called something else.
yeah, just gonna like sort of search the card index to see if I can find any further references for Stiaya.
As
roll
I'm just
investigation
walking
for that
away,
as well. Yeah.
as I'm walking away from Ransom, I'm gonna like just lean in, Beetlejuice, and then just walk away.
And
I have a reroll on investigate, and it was worse the second time.
oh no. So no good, huh?
No.
No. Yeah, you don't find anything other than that. Just a wild, hairy person in the woods that if you call out for them, they take you.
Yeah,
That's
I
about
don't
it.
know, Brody. This doesn't really match up with the whole walking into water thing. We're looking for something that's causing people to, I guess, drown themselves and not wander off into the forest.
Yeah, but usually folklore lends itself to other creatures. Like vampires. There are a lot of monsters are associated with vampires, and their folklore comes from vampires, and yet they're just as real as vampires. So maybe there's another creature that kind of takes liberty with this lore. I don't know. Again, I've been watching a lot of Unsolved Mysteries.
And as you guys say that, the librarian comes up to knock on the window and kind of points at the watch. She just slowly presses open the door. Is there anything you definitely need and I can help you with, or it'd be a pretty good time if you guys started wrapping up here?
We just have one thing. If you can help us out, we're looking for this creature, and I'm gonna show her the name
Okay.
that I'm definitely not gonna pronounce.
Yeah. Sure. The Stiaya. Is there anything about it you want to know, or?
Well, we just really want to know all there is, and I mean, if you know about them, do you know about any other creatures that are very similar, other than Sasquatch? We've already went down that road.
That's where I was gonna go. Yeah, there's a lot of different words for it, but they kind of go into the same umbrella of a Sasquatch type thing.
I'm gonna tap Ransom. See what I mean?
Yeah, there's not a lot of information really. It's just they're an ape man that lives in the woods. Yeah, there isn't really too much about that. I know a lot of native cultures have maybe different names for it, like the Stiaya and stuff, but really it's just a hairy guy. Really, is the whole package for what that is. So
Well, we're actually in a class of folklores and monsters. Actually, a very fascinating class. But there's a particular monster that we can't quite seem to find, and it's something about glowing eyes, maybe about the size of like us, maybe a bit taller.
Okay, yeah, that'd be a
yeah.
Sasquatch. Yeah, they have like reportedly they have reflective eyes like cats and dogs and stuff. Humans don't have that, but Sasquatches are claimed to.
Yeah, but we're looking more for like eyes that just glow without there being any light. Usually light is reflected off of eyes that, like you just said. So we're looking for something that just has glowing eyes.
Oh,
Kind of
yeah,
like the Mothman. The Mothman has red eyes, glowing red eyes. Cool story, but
there you go. That's pretty much the only thing I've got. I don't know anything that's like famously about that. Just yeah, you got a
so far
Mothman.
away from Virginia.
But if I know anything about Mothman, they can do like time and space all weird, right? They don't, right? Isn't that whole thing?
Yeah, but they don't have red glowing eyes like the Mothman. They just kind of have like an orangey glow to them. Anyway, it's okay. We'll find it. But thank you for your help. We really do appreciate it. And if you come across something, we'll be back like next week. You can tell us.
Okay, that sounds great. Cool.
Yeah, we'll get out of your hair now. Thank you very much for your help.
That'd be good. Only thing I would say is, like, I don't know, maybe red eyes is different mood than yellow eyes. Maybe things change.
I'm gonna like hit Ransom. Why didn't I think of that?
But it's just an idea, even sometimes cat's eyes, they go green and yellow depending on the light that hits them. And people think there's omens about that. So, I mean, if a cat can have different glowing eyes depending on the light around it, why can't a friggin' cryptid thing,
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate that. It wasn't something that we were kind of thinking about, but thank you again. If you come across something, just kind of keep it back in here, and we'll be back.
Okay, that sounds great. And she lifts up a stack of books into her hands. You see her dress kind of ruffles to the ground a little bit, and then she hovers about 6 inches off the ground and starts moving towards you and claps down on one of her feet. Like, I heard you say it earlier, but do it all the time. Anytime people stay late, you got to do the ghost. She just lifts on one of her toes again.
Yeah, almost got me there for a sec.
Yeah, it's a close one.
That was good.
But it's also 7:15, however late.
Right.
So yeah, you gotta.
You're right, Ghost Librarian. We'll see you later.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. And she shushes you out and locks up behind you as we pan over to Jimmy. As you are again in the midst of another delivery, you see that this one is going out to a rally of 3 individuals at a corner of a road, and they wave you down as you get close.
Yeah, I'll pull up beside them.
Yeah, and you see them shaking their signs, and like, hey, it's a long night, but we need a little bit of a refresher. It's not actually to the building behind us. We just ordered 2 there.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Hey, as long as you're paying for the pizza, I'm happy, man. And hey, computers are bad.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, they say it's not going to be a big deal, but
totally, yeah,
they're not going to be ready, when everything drops.
Sure.
So
absolutely know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Hopefully, you got like a plan. Like,
yep.
Yeah. Tess here, she's got a whole bunker. We've got it decked out, and you see like a bit of like a chubbier woman who's got like the biggest sign by far. She's like, "Yep, I've got cans decked out for what would be good for years. It would be great. We got,
no way.
We got a little bit of ammo. We got some pretty good. Yeah, we got some pretty good stuff down there. Depending on how this whole I2K thing shakes out, we're thinking what? The banks will crumble, so your money's gone. So hopefully you got your money in gold.
Yeah.
What else is going to happen? It's going to be chaos here in the streets, blood running through as people fight over land or whatever bread is left. That's going to be crazy. And then the military is going to swoop in, and that's when it's a question mark. We don't know what's going to happen. So,
well, then you got to wonder too, like, is the military going to be able to fight the vampires, or like who comes out on top in that situation, right?
I don't know why there'd be vampires.
It's just Halloween.
Okay, you got the vibes. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm pretty sure there's a good chance that does happen, but you never know. It's just at this point, yeah, you gotta have a backup plan. We got a couple of weeks here, and a couple extra weeks, but not a lot of time before everything ends. So I really hope you got an idea.
I'll tell you what. If you've got the bunker, I can bring the pizza. Maybe there's room in your bunker for your favorite delivery boy.
Yeah, you want to know where it is. Everybody always does.
Only if you're willing to. I'm just saying, I can bring lots of pizza, so at least at the beginning, you don't have to eat all the canned food. You can have something delicious. That's all.
Well, what else you got as far as survival skills and post APOC, we call it. You got to have a resume for that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever hunt or track or forage or fend off whatever's?
I have fended off plenty. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty. My dad used to take me hunting, so like I know how to hunt. I've got a knife that I use when I'm in the woods and stuff.
You just knife stuff.
Well, I've also got, just the knife stuff.
That's pretty specific.
What do you mean? I have a hunting knife. It's just not like with me.
Yeah, no, that's just a hunting knife aids in hunting. Not too many people literally use it as the hunting tool, so that's pretty impressive. If you like straight up chase down a deer.
No, man, I can't run. Do you know anyone that can run down a deer like in a sprint?
Sure.
I don't think that works, man.
I mean, it depends on how you catch them. At a river, you're in your camo up in the tree. It's falling, I guess, but.
Oh, like you jump down on the deer like knife in hand, like surprise attack from above. Is that
just trying to meet you halfway? I have no idea.
That's fair. Okay, no, because I don't do it either. So that was just I was interested. I was actually impressed by you for a second there.
Okay, but so you don't have a Y2K plan, right?
No.
No. All right. Well, I mean,
I play guitar though.
That's not gonna help you, I don't think. Well, maybe minstrels have always been a thing, so maybe after the collapse, you can try and.
Maybe I can find someone who's gonna want entertainment and pizza. Maybe that's my plan. I don't know.
That's fair. Well, if you got a computer, probably get rid of it. I'd say if you got money, get gold instead is one of the things. And just
why not cash?
Because it's backed by the banks. What happens if you don't have a government anymore? You can decide to trade paper back and forth, but without a government to enforce that value, what does it matter? Everyone likes the shiny gold.
What if people don't want gold anymore in the future? What if that's not useful?
That'd be weird.
You just need something to replace it instead. Like people start using like bottle caps or something.
I guess they could, but as long as everyone agrees. Usually, though, the people just like the shiny metal, and just like historically, it's just like.
Well, either way, this pizza's nice and hot for you, so I hope you enjoy that. Hopefully, you don't have to use your bunker. But glad to hear that if something goes bad, you'll be safe.
Definitely gonna have to use it. It's gonna happen. We've we're not to brag, but we're pretty in the know. We got the backing of a few of us. We got a little club. We like to get together and figure out the real truth behind things. So if you're ever
hold on, if you don't mind me asking, what kind of club is it?
Just the club. Okay. The club for truth. If you want a UF no, then you gotta. And they point to like a picture of a UFO, and it does say on the sticker, "UF know the truth" in big bold. You want a UF know the truth? You gotta get in on the secret stuff. Yeah, we gotta. It's a good.
What kind of secret stuff do you know?
Oh, I mean,
also, oh man, there was a guy that left town the other day.
Okay. Like in the sky left town?
No. Oh, shit. What was his name? What's his name? What's his fucking name?
Would he?
Edgar?
Edgar. Yeah. You don't happen to know an Edgar, do you? You have Edgar in your club? Edgar in your club there?
Well, you know Edgar?
Yeah.
How do you know? Okay,
Well, I ran into him
You
the
be-
other day.
he left town.
Yeah. Listen,
Mm-hmm.
are you in the club that Edgar was in?
That's the club. Yeah, there's just
That's
the one.
the
The club,
club.
unless there's a competitor we didn't know about. But
Okay, listen, so you guys know about all the stuff in town, right?
I mean, do you know about the stuff in town?
I know about some stuff in town. Yeah, I'm just want to make sure
mean-
you know about some stuff in town.
Well, if you know about the stuff in town, we're doing a bit of a get together, later tonight. If you want to join,
Yeah,
we got a whole thing we're doing.
If you're cool with that, I gotta finish my shift, but I'll
Okay.
definitely come by. Are you cool if I bring a friend too?
Yeah, I mean, as long as you can vouch for them and
100%.
they're down to know stuff about town.
Listen,
we're
I got
meeting at the edge of the campgrounds. If you want to get in there, we got
Edge
a
of the
whole stakeout thing we're doing tonight. About midnight, we're meeting out there. If that works for you. So.
absolutely. Listen, Edgar left you guys a tape. He left it at the radio station. He left a tape behind. I'm gonna
Do you
bring
have
it.
it? Okay, bring
No,
it.
it's not
Yes.
with me. Yeah, it's back
Okay.
at my place, but I'll grab it for you.
Okay. All right, that sounds great.
All right.
All right. We'll
You guys
tell
will be there all night at the edge of the campground there?
Yeah, we got
Okay.
tents and everything. Yeah, we're doing we got a little path we got to track down, but yeah, we got some stuff.
And your name was Tess, you said?
I'm Tess. This is Jack, and this is Ham. He works the ham radio.
I like it. That's
And
cool, man.
Reaches out. Full name Muhammad, but they call me Ham around here. It's all
All
good.
right. Well, hey, Muhammad, Jack, Tess, nice to meet the lot of you. I'll come back with at least one friend. A couple might want to come. There's a few of us that are
Hey.
looking into some stuff. So
As long as they can be quiet and they bring their own snacks, we're not that picky.
I'll bring pizza. I'll bring enough.
That's
Yeah,
perfect.
I got you covered.
Excellent. All right. See you around
Cool.
midnight.
See you then.
Don't bring the cops, obviously.
No, trust me. One of my friends is so against the police right now that he wouldn't. Yeah, no, you're good. I promise.
All right. I do like that. Okay. That sounds
All
great. And they hand you money for the pizza. And they start up with their chants pointing at people. Y2K, it's not okay. You gotta get in the UFO and all this weird shit.
Cool.
And and you drive off.
Yeah.
We pan back to Angel full speed breaking down the end of a warehouse, looking through all the lights for each individual aisle. As you're panning through, you see flicker of empty, something full on human, dark silhouette, empty. What do you do? You yank onto the brakes as you near towards F. Looking back a few, you see yourself at H again, where you had found some of the things you had dropped before. And you think you see something move at the very edge of the aisle back off towards that far side, to one of the horizontal aisles to the vertical ones that are more in the dark.
Yeah, I immediately go over to it and I'm just yelling out, Roger, is that you?
And as you're moving toward it, you feel like that cold rush of air press against you, and you're moving, and you're just hearing the sound of the wheels echoing out into the warehouse. And you make your way towards the end of it, and you don't see anyone.
I hop off the power jack and I, quickly go over to where I thought I saw something and look around.
Make an investigation check for me.
I'm sure I'll fail another one of those bad boys for you. Ooh, it's an 8.
Yeah, you're looking around, and as you kind of look right back towards where you had come from, you hear a bit of a resounding click echoing to the left.
Roger?
You don't hear a response.
Yeah, I do. Was the click did it sound like it was in the pallets kind of deal, or?
It's off towards that far, the export bay with the garage doors, in that corner opposite you.
Okay, yeah, I hop back on the pallet jack and make my way towards the sound.
As you continue walking in that direction, the sound of the fans blowing overhead, almost deafening, you do hear another click, and it louder as you get closer, more clicking. And as you make your way towards that side,
the whole time.
yelling out for Roger, you don't hear anyone respond. And as you make your way towards the end, you see a forklift pressed up against some of the pallets, cracking into the wood, moving, but not getting anywhere. And as you kind of work your way around it, what do you do?
I shut off the the forklift.
Yeah, you reach up for it, noticing no one in the seat at all. Turn it off, and it stops. It was on a low speed, and it just, the clicking of the wood pallets that it's crunching up in the corner goes silent.
Yeah, I look around. See
You
if I can find trace of Roger.
see a second boot at the base of one of these garage doors that have been pulled up about 3 feet, and you can see a bit of the moonlight pouring in where the trucks would come and load in.
Yeah, I open up, like I go to the switch and open up the A door more and look around.
Yeah,
For Roger.
the door starts grinding upwards, and you see more of you could see the back parking lot where all the long trucks would be usually backed in here. Usually, this would be pretty active during the day, and over the night, it's just kind of a little bit alarming to see this pale light in the back area, nothing but the forest and trees beyond it. And as it lifts up, you don't see a sign of anyone, but you just have his boot there.
Yeah, all right. I go grab his boot and I just look around again. And Roger, are you still in the warehouse?
Again, it's just your own voice. You don't hear anything else. There's no one out there. Looking out, do you want to make an investigation check?
Sure. 3.
Yeah, you don't see anything. It's just loose gravel and then tree line.
All right.
I think you start to hear the sound of your manager's voice kind of ring out, and you can hear the sound of footsteps a little bit in the distance coming towards you. And yeah, just calling Angel, hey, you all right?
Hey, yeah, I'm okay. I found his other boot, and the forklift was still on.
You didn't find him?
No, I have no idea where he is.
Because his number started dropping like crazy when you went out there.
Okay.
It's just hanging at 0 now.
Okay, so he doesn't have the headset, so that makes sense.
Right, but it was going up. I thought maybe we had the
sense.
wrong headset. Maybe he had a different one. Maybe we had extras. I don't know. I'm trying to.
So he doesn't have boots at the moment, and the bay was open.
Yeah, and the trucks aren't supposed to be here for a bit. You think you went out?
I don't know. If you were drunk without boots, where would you go?
Not to the fucking outdoors.
Huh? Maybe he was feeling cold and he wanted to warm up.
All right, maybe I'll call the Rangers at the park. They're the fastest I make it here. I don't really want to make this a whole big thing for him. I know he's trying to really work on this drinking, so.
Yeah, but he's gone missing, so his safety does take priority here.
Yeah, I think the Rangers would be the right ones, right? Get the police involved. That's really messy. You can get in a lot of trouble. I don't know.
Yeah, but he might be, naked and afraid.
All right, yeah, I'll see what I can do. But you know what? You don't worry about it tonight. I'd say this is not a great situation. I shouldn't keep you around here. Don't know where he is. I'd say you can head out.
Need to make a statement.
No, you found some shoes in a headset. You never even saw them. I think it's fine. I'll let them know that's what you had, and I don't want to keep you just around here waiting. And
if need be, you can give them my phone number. So if they need to ask me some questions, that works.
Okay, yeah, that's totally fine. We got it on file. So yeah,
Is that all right if I make a quick call from the office though?
Yep.
I need to let my ride know.
Yep, go for it. Just you want to bring the boot with you to maybe to the equipment area? It's kind of
Sure. Yeah. All right.
all right. I'm gonna take a quick look around. So all right, you can go whenever you want to go. It's fine. And you see him like get down, slide on his belly, and like get down into the actual ground under the grate. Well, under the garage door that he'd opened, and just goes out and just kind of quickly doing a half jog, runs out of the parking lot towards the tree line, looking left and right towards the trucks with the normally left, starts to yell for Roger.
And I head back to the main office.
Okay, yeah, and you see his office is open. You got the phone there, and put the equipment away. What are you up to?
I paged Jimmy, let him know.
All right. And we'd say, Jimmy, on your end, you're wrapping up your shift, and you do get that page beeping through. Yep. Yeah, Angel, you're just in the office. What do you do?
Yeah, I go get changed, go get my stuff.
Okay.
I put the boot in front of Roger's locker.
Mm-hmm. Joining the other one, and the headset you need to leave there as well.
Yeah, I put it back in the rack. Yeah, I just put on grab my things and debate if I ever want to come back here.
Totally.
And, then I just wait up front.
Okay.
Try to warm up a bit because I've been freezing.
All right. Unless there's anything Jimmy would like to do, you get that page. You just make your way over there as your shift ends. Yeah. You go up, and Angel, within 40 minutes, easy. You got Jimmy pulling up into the dark, crunching into the gravel as he pulls up, and
I'm like playing on a Game Boy.
Yeah. Easy. Just like trying to play by the one light by the front door.
Sorry, very, very important for lore. I need to know what game Angel's playing.
Oh, jeez.
This is just straight Tetris.
Yeah.
Sometimes gotta go with the classic.
Yeah, you gotta do the classic. You have a repetitive job where you stack blocks all day. May as well also do it in game. There's some catchy music. So Jimmy, you pull up.
Man.
Oh,
hey, man. Yo, guess what? I found the club.
You found the club?
I found the club.
Cool. We going like what club?
You don't know what club I'm talking about, do you, man?
No.
Oh, fuck, man. Come on.
We're going to a club? I need to get changed first.
No, we're not going to a club. I found the club that Edgar was talking about, man. He left the tape.
What tape?
Oh, shit. Did I not tell you guys about this? Okay, hold on. Let me back up. So there was a tape that Edgar left behind, and it was warning people that shit was happening. Yeah, the old guy, man. Fuck.
All right. Yeah, okay.
Listen, he left a tape for people of this club to tell them to get out of town because like bad stuff's happening, which I also agree with. We probably should, but whatever. And I found the people who belong to the club.
Okay, what kind of club is it? Like backgammon or something? He's pretty old.
Nah, it's like I know for sure they don't like Y2K.
Like the Legion?
Huh? No, man. You just need to shut up and listen for like 10 more seconds and we'll get there, I promise. Listen, right. They're a club that like they're trying to find like the truth out about Snowcatch. I think they might know about like, Madison and shit. We had this moment where I was like, I know some shit about this place, and they were like, we know some shit about this place, but no one said what that shit was because like I wasn't gonna go first. Last time I said something first, we got in a lot of trouble, so I don't want to do that. But I think I know what club he was a part of.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
Also, though, like, you need to know that they are a little crazy.
You described a group of Brodies.
No, Brody doesn't have, like, a fallout shelter ready with, like, canned foods and ammunition. So I think they might be a step above.
All right. They're preppers.
Yeah, they're also the people protesting Y2K with the signs. It's those people.
Okay.
So
we're gonna go see some stable people.
Yeah, they also believe in aliens, but I mean, so does Brody. So where do we draw the line here? I don't know. I think we're gonna have to sift through what they know and see what's legit and what isn't.
Yeah, right. That's cool. When are we meeting them?
Tonight. Probably nowish, or if we want to pick up other people first, we can. Here's my thing. Do we
I'd say
want to?
by this time, you could be out front Angel's apartment idling.
Well, before we get there,
Yeah.
I don't know if we should bring Brody to meet these people. That's like adding fuel to a fire, you know?
You could go into a foreign country. You bring somebody who speaks the language. You know?
Booyah! Let's do it. I respect it. You know what?
Yeah.
I
And
hadn't
that's
thought
what's
of it
up.
from that angle.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Just let me get out of these clothes. A quick power shower because I'm just pile of sweat. By the way, somebody else went missing, and I'm at the door.
Well, I like turn off my car. What do you mean someone's missing? Another person?
Yeah, like somebody at the warehouse. He's just like gone. I found his boots. He's missing.
Should we be worried?
People are going missing a lot? Yeah, probably. But we're gonna go talk to a bunch of crazy people, so that's fun.
All right, man.
Maybe they can shed some light on what's taking everybody, but no.
I just hope they know more
Maybe.
about like this glowing eye shit. I don't know, man.
I don't know. Could have just been a cat.
You were you around for when Brody was convinced that he threw a rock and hit himself in the head while he was floating
mentioned
in the
it.
water with his own
Yeah.
glowing eyes? I just don't think it was a cat, man. So I just
He
wanna throw
also
that
drank a
out there.
lot of cider that night.
That's true. He was going pretty hard on that cider, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he
okay.
drank a lot.
Yeah. He kept going back. All right. Well, we'll bring it.
Let me
We'll
have a
bring the
quick
whole
shower.
gang. Yeah. Hop in the shower, man.
I'll let the other two know about Roger, the guy who went missing. when we were
I'm
in
still
the
gonna
car.
come up to your apartment if that's okay. I'm not just gonna wait in the car.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay.
You guys
I
make
go to
your
the
way
door.
up.
Is it locked?
It was, but I assume by now Ransom and Brody would also be back from the library, and they are waiting inside, and it is currently not locked.
Why isn't the door locked?
Hi,
As
Angel.
As Angel comes in, I'm gonna go Beetlejuice.
What?
What the?
Someone just walks by the window.
We're on the second
You're
floor.
This is worse.
Nothing. It's just trying to prove a point. But
Okay.
yeah, good and bad news. I'll start with the bad news first. We didn't find anything. Good news is we don't really got any. So yeah,
I
we
got
just
some-
kind of
We've got some good and bad news. Another person went missing. That's
Yeah.
some good news. Bad news is we're gonna go meet a bunch of crazy people. So I'm gonna have a quick shower.
I think you got that swips up, my dude.
what do you
Yeah,
mean
just give me
crazy
a
people?
minute. Hey,
Yeah,
just
go in the
run
shower.
to
I'll
the
explain it.
bathroom. Whoosh.
Brody, here's the thing, man. I met the people that are like part of Edgar's club, whatever club he had. Listen, I need you to first of all promise me you're gonna stay chill, okay? I need 10 solid minutes of you being just relaxed, all right, man?
I
All right. Here's the thing. There's a club of people who, first of all, don't like cops, so I know you're a fan of them. Second of all, they're trying to find out the truth about what's going on in Snowcatch. They're also the people protesting Y2K, and they're pretty certain that aliens are real from the stuff that they were saying. I know, man. I'm just saying.
But
The tape,
I guess.
there was a tape that Edgar left behind that I found and I listened to, and it was meant for these people. So I told them that I'd bring them the tape. They said I could bring friends as long as we bring snacks, so we should probably grab a couple pizzas before we go over. But they might know more about some of the stuff that's going on, especially if, I don't know, man, if they've done research on their own or if they talk more with Edgar before he bounced and left town. Edgar's tape is telling them to leave town as well because it's not safe. So,
I mean, they're all a bunch of preppers, and they might be kind of unhinged, but I don't know. Maybe they're a little more open to some of the weird stuff we've seen.
I think they might know about some of it already. There was a moment where I told them that, you know, I've seen some stuff around town, and then they said they've seen some stuff around town, and you know, neither one of us really said it, but I think we both knew what we were talking about. I did make a joke at one point about how the government could possibly fight vampires, and they didn't seem too surprised by it, so. And then I brushed it off as being like a Halloween thing, but you know.
You hear from the bathroom, you mentioned Madison?
I said vampires, I didn't mention names. All right, anyway.
We should, yeah, we should go. Listen. I'll play it cool. I'll take a chill pill, and I'll be cool. I promise. I'll be cool.
All right. I'm just making sure.
And about this time, it's like 11:45.
Let's bounce.
I regret sharing that link.
And you just hear the water turn off. Shotgun.
Whatever.
As if. Eat my shorts.
Can't just read all of them, Peaches.
I'm going to do it.
11:46.
Yeah,
All right.
let's go.
Yeah,
Put your pants on.
Yeah, Angel, you do a quick dry, get your stuff together while Brody runs down trying to bargain for more free pizza. Jimmy, you pull the car up front. Are they taking yours, or what's the sitch between the two cars? We got Ransom and Jimmy.
If people want to go into the back of my 2-door car, they're more than welcome to.
Yeah, we might as well.
All
right, you guys pile into one of the cars, and
once everybody gets in, I'm just like, damn straight. It's my car. I'm the driver.
The steering wheel.
All is right in the world.
You drive off, making your way towards the edge of the forest, hitting the gas a little hard, knowing that you don't have too much time, and you're, seeing the clock tick up towards midnight. You drive in through the forest, almost at a dangerous speed. For a moment, you see one of the rangers kind of like watching you go, putting their hands up, but you just keep going.
Yeah. Oh, and I want to make sure I did grab the tape before I left.
Yeah.
That tape's
Everything that you would have packed in, you guys had time for. And you make your way towards the edge of the campsite where it would be the wild beyond. And with your headlights pressing out into the wild, you do see 4 figures standing there in heavy-duty coats and backpacks and flashlights, and they turn to you and they give you a wave. I guess as you guys begin to unwind and pack out, you see Tess wave to you, and Jack come up to you. Looks like this is your gang. These are you guys, and they all know. They're all in the know.
They're all in the know. This is Angel, Brody, and Ransom. They're cool.
Okay. I mean, you guys. This is exciting. Not too many people are into this, discovering the real truth behind things. So this is very good. I hope you're strapped in for a good few hours of walking through the forest tonight. We're going to go on a little bit of a hunt, if you will.
For like a deer?
Funny enough, no, not a deer. You must have heard that from Jimmy, his knife skills. No, it's not a deer this time. If you guys are prepped and ready, we got a trail to follow because we're hunting a Bigfoot. And I think that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
We're going to tap on Ransom fuck yeah. What's the 411?
Immediately loses his chill.
Just looking at Jimmy, he's like, really? Bigfoot?
No, man.
All right, everybody get your blurry cameras ready.
Yeah, don't forget to shake them up when you take the photo. Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it for tonight, and we'll pick up from there. It is midnight in the woods, and you guys are with the club hunting a Bigfoot. We're the casual ones. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and usually once a month we do an extra life thing. We recently did a 24-hour event, raised over $1,200, and we're going to keep taking donations at the end of the year, and it keeps going up. So if you want to take a look at that, we've got Extra Life link in our Linktree links and on our Twitch page below if you're there. Thanks everybody. We're the casual ones. Have a good one.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.